Greetings to all the viewers of Olga's Cook and Book. I welcome you all to yet another interesting episode of letter writing. So let's get started with formal letters. Formal letters are written for various authorities whom you do not know. For example, the government authorities or to any other business organizations or to the postmaster or to the newspaper editor. These are all coming under the category of formal letters. Let's see how formal letters are written and how it is different from simple informal letters. As you know, we begin with the sender's address. Okay, so that comes under the heading. Heading comprises of the sender's address so that the receiver knows from where it is being sent, followed by the date. Now, while you write the date, you should remember the date format. You can write it like this: February 15, 2021, or you can write 15 February 2021. You should remember that the heading, that is the sender's address and the date, should be on the left hand side. After this, the next is the address to whom you are sending the letter. That's the receiver's address. So you should remember, if you are writing to a tradesman, you have to write Shri B.V. Rao, bookseller, and followed by his address. However, if you are writing this letter to a business firm and if the name of the business firm happens to be a personal name, for example, K.R. Kumar and Sons, okay, in that case you should add a prefix, and that's the Messrs. Okay, so you always should remember Messrs is the prefix you need to attach before a personal name. If you're writing this letter to a company and the name of the company is, for example, Eurasia Publishing House, so you do not have to add Messrs in front of it. The name of the company, because it's an impersonal name, you can write the name of the company itself. So prefix of Messrs need not be added. Then when you're writing to any professional person, then you should always remember to mention his designation. For example, if you're writing a letter to the chartered accountant and the chartered accountant's name is Mr. Thomas, okay, so how you're going to write the address is like this. You can address it as Mr. Thomas, next line as chartered accountant, and followed by the address of his firm. Now, if for example, if you need to write a letter to the editor of a newspaper, in that case you can mention the address as the editor followed by the name of the newspaper and its address. This letter to the newspaper editor is written for bringing out some issues which you think can be addressed to the public, so that the authorities understand the severity of the problem and they take prompt action. This is the time we write letters to the editor of the newspaper. The next important part of the formal letter is the subject. Always remember, the subject should be precise and crisp. You should not elaborate, because nobody is interested to read bigger subjects. It has to be crisp, up to the point, and that's called being precise. After the subject comes the salutation. You can use dear sir or dear madam as the case may be. If there are more people involved, you can mention as dear sirs and put a comma after that. The next is the body of the letter. As I told in my earlier videos, the body of the letter has to be in proper paragraphs. You should remember that the paragraph should have a proper connectivity. It should not be anyhow. It should be placed in the right order. Next thing you should remember is you need to use proper formal language and try and ensure that you use simple language. The more complicated language you use, it will not be received the same way. Next thing which you should remember while writing formal letters is never use abbreviation. Use the full form of it. Some people have the habit of using abbreviations such as ADVT for advertisement or exam instead of examination. Try to use complete words like advertisement or examination. Never use abbreviations. And also remember, you have to conclude the letter in a very smooth manner. Try not to conclude in an abrupt manner. What happens is it will look very loud. So concluding is again an art. So you should remember that while you are concluding, you should make the reader understand why you have written the letter. So in a mild way, you should express it like, I would like to look forward to hearing from you, or appreciate your prompt action, so that the reader understands what is expected from him or her. Then the last part is the subscription. That's the closure. Here you have to be very smart. In fact, I would suggest use yours faithfully because it fits in most of the cases. Y should always be capital, and after faithfully you should never forget to put a comma. Next thing you can use instead of yours faithfully is yours truly. That also works. And if at all you're writing it to your principal, you can use yours obediently and followed by your name. I hope you love this session on formal letter, and I expect that everybody will write better letters next time. Thank you so much, and keep on watching Olga's Cook and Book. So let's get started.